Markets are sending mixed signals today as investors weigh competing narratives. Welcome to MTRS_Market Pulse. Here is your complete Forex market briefing for August 2nd. Currency markets are being driven by a complex mix of central bank policy, geopolitical risk, and shifting growth expectations. Let us break it all down. Here is a snapshot of how the major currency pairs are trading today. Euro to US dollar is trading at 1.15, gaining 0.52% on the session. The world's most traded pair is driven by ECB versus Fed rate differentials. The move in the dollar reflects reports that Eurozone inflation ticks up in July, bolstering rate hike case. Pound sterling to US dollar is trading at 1.35, gaining 0.16% on the session. Sterling is highly sensitive to UK inflation data and Bank of England rate guidance. Currency markets are reacting to if you'd invested $10,000 in Bitcoin 10 years ago, here's how much you would have today. US dollar to Japanese yen is trading at 157.40, losing 1.74% on the session. Dollar yen tracks the US-Japan rate differential and Bank of Japan intervention risk. Equity markets are responding to reports that S&P 500, NASDAQ futures edge higher ahead of Fed decision, chip stocks wobble, WTVB. USD SGD is trading at 0.7802, gaining 0.02% on the session. The Singapore dollar reflects Asian FX sentiment, trade flows, and MAS monetary policy. Equity markets are responding to reports that Trump's tariffs, Fed minutes, rumbles Bitcoin by what's moving markets. Australian dollar to US dollar is trading at 0.7025, gaining 0% on the session. The Aussie dollar closely tracks commodity prices, especially iron ore, and Chinese growth signals. The move in the dollar reflects reports that Eurozone inflation ticks up in July, bolstering rate hike case. US dollar to Chinese yuan is trading at 0.1481, gaining 0.07% on the session. The onshore yuan reflects PBOC daily fixings, US-China trade dynamics, and capital flow controls. Currency markets are reacting to if you'd invested $10,000 in Bitcoin 10 years ago, here's how much you would have today. US dollar to Indian rupee is trading at 95.39, losing 0.31% on the session. The Indian rupee tracks RBI monetary policy, FII and FPI capital flows, and US-India interest rate differentials. Equity markets are responding to reports that S&P 500, NASDAQ futures edge higher ahead of Fed decision, chip stocks wobble, WTVB. Now let us look at the macro forces behind today's currency moves. On the geopolitical front, traders are reacting to news that oil prices rise after US bloc's surprise attack from Iran. This is adding a risk premium across energy markets and supporting safe haven demand. The key macro overlay remains monetary policy. Equity markets are responding to reports that S&P 500, NASDAQ futures edge higher ahead of Fed decision, chip stocks wobble, WTVB. Any surprise in the rate path could trigger outsized moves. Investor sentiment is being shaped by Wall Street ends mixed as investors focus on tech earnings. The move in the dollar reflects reports that Eurozone inflation ticks up in July, bolstering rate hike case. Currency markets are reacting to if you'd invested $10,000 in Bitcoin 10 years ago, here's how much you would have today. Our near-term view on US dollar to Japanese yen. After today's weakness, the $152.68 area is the first meaningful support level to watch for US dollar to Japanese yen. A stabilization there would be the first sign that sellers are losing conviction. This is our analytical view, not investment advice. Currency markets can move fast and unexpectedly. Central bank surprises, geopolitical shocks, and data prints are the key risks to monitor. Before we wrap up, here is your watch list for the sessions ahead. Keep a close eye on central bank speakers and rate commentary, and key economic data releases. Any one of these could be the catalyst that defines the next major directional move. We cover every major global market, every single day. If this kind of daily, actionable analysis is useful to you, please support us with a like and subscribe. It takes 2 seconds and it means a great deal to this channel. Share this with anyone who invests or trades, they will thank you for it. That wraps up today's coverage from MTRS_Market Pulse. This content is for educational purposes only, not financial advice. Always do your own research. Stay disciplined, and we will see you tomorrow. That is your Forex briefing from MTRS_Market Pulse. Subscribe for daily currency coverage.